everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet the gravel stitch, which you can see here in front of you. Now this is a wonderfully textured stitch. It looks as though it has these little blocks kind of built into it. That's the front side of it. The back side is pretty, not quite the same. But it is also pretty. So this is the gravel stitch. Today for the tutorial I'm going to be using a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook, as well as a worsted weight cotton yarn. This is the Pima Cotton by Lion brand. There will be links to both of these items in the description of this video. Also in the description you'll find a direct link to the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, don't forget to subscribe, take a look around. This channel is updated every single week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. For our stitch pattern today, we're going to start by making a slip knot. This stitch is being worked in rows. You're then going to work a foundation chain, and your foundation chain for the gravel stitch will need to be an even number of stitches. So today I'm just going to go ahead and chain 20 stitches. Once you have worked your foundation chain with an even number of stitches, you're going to begin row 1 by working a single crochet into the second chain from your hook, and then single crochet into each stitch all the way across. At the end of row 1, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 2, you're going to begin by working a single crochet into the first stitch. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Then working in the front loop only, you're going to work a single crochet in each stitch all the way across to the final stitch. So single crochet, working in the front loop only. To find the front loop only, you're going to take a look at the top of your stitch, and you have a back loop and you have a front loop. This front loop is your front loop only. So single crochet in the front loop all the way across until one stitch remains. At the end of row 2, when you come all the way across, you're going to work, and you have one stitch remaining, you're going to work a single crochet under both loops into that final stitch. You're then going to chain 1 and turn your work. For row 3, we're going to single crochet into the first stitch. You're working under both loops. You're then going to work in the front loop only. So now we're looking still at the front of our loop, or the front of our work, and you'll see a loop down below at the top of your row 1. So it's below this previous row, and there's a loop there in that stitch that you did not work. You're going to work into this loop only. Working into the front loop only of the stitch 2 rows below, you're going to work a cluster stitch. To work your cluster, you're going to yarn over, bring your hook down into that front loop only of the stitch 2 rows below, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. You're going to do that one more time into the same stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. You're then going to single crochet into the next stitch. So you're skipping that stitch that's in behind that cluster. You're going to repeat this all the way across. Work a cluster stitch in the front loop only of the next stitch 2 rows below. And then working under both loops, single crochet into the next stitch of your previous row. Repeat this all the way across, where you're going to finish off with a single crochet into that final stitch. When you come all the way across at the end of your row 3, work a single crochet into that final stitch, chain 1, and turn your work. Now for row 4, you're going to single crochet into that first stitch, and then working in the front loop only, you're going to single crochet in each stitch all the way across to that final stitch where you will work the single crochet into the final stitch and into the top under the top 2 loops. And as far as the pattern is concerned, that is it for this gravel stitch. You're going to repeat rows 3 and 4 for as long as you would like, and then fasten off, weaving your ends, and that's the beautiful gravel stitch. So thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I invite you to subscribe, take a look around, and I look forward to seeing you again next week for another great stitch tutorial. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.